So then he mentions, Shaykh al-Fawzan, Sabilullahi wahidun, that the path of Allah is one path. Amma ghayruhu fahiya subulun kathira. And as for other than Allah's path, then there are many other paths. So this is the point that he's making, that Allah's way is one way. Who said that? Allah said it. Why? Because Allah said, وَأَنَّ هَذَا صِرَاطِي مُسْتَقِيمًا. Sirat, singular in the Arabic language. And then he mentioned, do not follow the subul, meaning the other paths, and subul is plural. So Allah mentions the singular path, which is Allah's path. So the paths to Allah is one. The path to Allah is one. And as for the path to the Jahannam, then there are many paths that will take you to Jahannam. So then he mentions, كُلُّ شَيْطَانٍ لَهُ سَبِيلٌ. And every devil has his own path. وَلَهُ تَرِيقٌ مِنْ شَيَاطِينِ الْإِنسِ وَالْجِنِّ. So every devil has a path, devils from mankind and devils from jinn. So every devil that comes, the shaitan that comes, not only one Iblis. Iblis has an army. As the Prophet ﷺ said, that the throne of Iblis, that the chair or the throne of Iblis, the arsh of Iblis, is upon the open water. He's upon the sea. We don't know where. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us that Iblis has an arsh, has a throne. And the Prophet ﷺ said, it is upon the ocean. Which ocean? We don't know. So then his army, they come around him. The shayateen, they gather around him. And he instructs them, he teaches them. He's their sheikh. And these are his students. So he teaches this shaitan how to do the shaitaniyah. He teaches that shaitan how to do what he's got to do. And then he sends his troops around the dunya to cause fasad and fitna in the dunya. And when they return back to him, that they stand before him in submission, in front of Iblis. And then one by one, each one of his followers, that they narrate to him what we did. So one says that I did this, and I did that, and I did the other. So Iblis is not satisfied. He tells him, we have done nothing. It's not enough. It's not enough fitna, not enough fasad. So another one, he stands up and he says, oh my Lord, he says that I went between a man and his wife, and I did not leave them up until I caused him to separate from her, meaning divorce from her. So then shaitan comes off from his throne, and then he embraces him and tells him, you are the one. Yani that you have done good. So the shayateen are from the mankind and from jinn. And their paths, as he has mentioned, Shaykh al-Fawzan, فَهِيَ طُرُقٌ كَثِيرًا. And their paths are many in number. And whoever traverses them falls into disorder and confusion. Falls into this disorder and confusion. But the straight path, the sirat al-mustaqim, then it is one. There is not within this one path that takes you to Allah, there is no ikhtilaf. Meaning in the aqeedah, in the usul, in the foundations, there is no differing. So that you will not find a Salafi saying that bid'ah is allowed. No Salafi. If a Salafi says bid'ah is allowed, he's not a Salafi. He's not Ahlul Sunnah. Because no Sunni would ever say bid'ah is allowed. No Sunni would say Eid Milad Nabi is allowed. The birthday of the Prophet ﷺ celebration is allowed. No Salafi would say that. So therefore, within the ranks, in the usul and the qawaid of Ahlul Sunnah, there is no differing. As he has mentioned, لَيْسَ فِيهِ اخْتِلَافٌ, that there is not within it any ikhtilaf. And then he mentions, and you will never be in loss. If you stick to this path, you will never be in loss.